It's Riker Rider, and we're back with another episode of the Final Fantasy XII Let's Play thread. We had gotten to the second ascent of the Pharos Lighthouse, and now we have a decision to make. We have to give up something. We must make an offering of steel, an offering of magics, an offering of wealth, or an offering of knowledge. Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi there. Hi there, viewers.
So, what are those decisions?
You have to offer one thing. You have to if you offer your steel, you don't get your sword or any of your weapons. If you offer magics, you don't get to use any magic. If you offer wealth, you don't get to use items. If you offer knowledge, you don't get the map. Since I'm offering my knowledge to the Pharos Lighthouse, I don't get a map.
Yeah, who needs brains anyway?
Knowledge avails you not. See? Map is gone.
Yeah, but seriously, it's the choice with the fewest disadvantages. Because the only thing you'll be missing, especially in Pharos, is the radar. And you wouldn't be able to use magic. That sucks anyway. If you wouldn't be able to use weapons, yeah. And items is stupid too.
Actually, this is my first time going through the Station of Banishment without the mini-map. Your select button map still works, though.
I think that's more, yeah.
What really would have been more realistic for this section is if they disabled your select button map. That would have made it a bit more difficult of a decision, and I would have liked it if you didn't have... I just think being able to use your select button map here is kind of lame.
This part of Pharos gets a little more complicated than the last part, so you should have at least some kind of orientation.
Well, this is what the orientation, and more importantly, the monster radar that you get from the mini-map is a huge benefit in this area if you don't choose the mini-map. Personally, with my playstyle, I think the best choice is to go without items.
Yeah, you pretty much don't use them.
I mean, how often have you seen me use items in the LP in general? You don't see me use a lot of items unless I have to.
Yeah.
And one thing you'll notice that with when I touch the Altar of Knowledge to give up the minimap, the Pharos background changed color. It changes a different color depending on what you sacrifice.
And knowledge is brown, isn't it?
Knowledge is a deeper purple, magics are a lighter purple, items are yellow, and I believe the Altar of Steel changes it to a more gray texture.
Oh, okay.
I've never gone through here without weapons, but my strategy would just be to run until I get swarmed. Then I would unload a bunch of area of effect spells to clear out the mob. It's probably the fastest way up, but you won't gain any experience that way.
Travel. And license points, you don't need license points.
Once you fill up the top half of the license board, you really don't need them, no. And you'd be surprised how many license points you accumulate just from killing enemies here.
Yeah.
Another thing you may have noticed from the last video is I switched to my other partner.
Oh yeah, just noticed.
And And I apologize for checking my map so much, but that's what you have to do to figure out where you are without the minimap.
I think we can forgive you that.
I believe I said this during the trip up the first ascent, but this is a dungeon where MP is an issue. That's the drawback to going without items, is you really have no way to restore MP besides charge, and charge takes a lot of time to fill your MP up. Even only to like 25%, it still takes a lot of time. I've gone up without magics one time. The problem I had with that is not galactic healing. I just use X potions to heal. I just don't have buff, and perhaps more importantly, I don't have debuff, because a lot of the enemies around here come with bravery status on them. Bravery status raises physical attack damage by 1/3, so you take a lot more damage.
Especially from physically focused enemies.
It only raises physical damage. There's a status called Faith that raises magical damage. A lot of enemies around here and in Vegan have that status as well. It's just that without any magic, you don't have buff or debuff, which you'll notice by now that I have gambited Protected Shell and Haste, all three of them. That they're just cast when needed. And Pinello died while we were trying to run away. Redis just died. Oh, this is going to be lovely. Oof.
Well, it's exciting.
Vaughn died. This is lovely. Remember what I said about getting swarmed? This is what happens when you get swarmed.
Just die miserably?
Yeah, pretty much. Did you notice the level on these enemies?
48, 49?
48, 49. And you know what level we are? 44. 44, isn't this beautiful?
It is.
All this leveling that we did before, and we're still under-leveled a little bit. Oh, Balthier leveled up.
Yeah, but that's something. And I don't like the skeleton enemies.
Oh, those things are not nice.
Yeah, especially when they throw the bones. That does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I know. We had that problem
In the Luzu mines.
Yeah. So you have been following the thread.
Yeah, and I played the game myself, so I know the game and I know the skeletons.
They took off those bone toss attacks. Took off like 150, 200 damage even back then. Now that we've made it to the 62F, there's only one entrance and one exit. Oh god, I hate these things. Since there's only one entrance and one exit, and the map reveals out pretty far from where you are, it's a bit easier to find the way you're going. I was actually lucky I found the correct staircase on the first try, because there's a staircase in each corner, and 3 out of the 4 will lead you down.